Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Retail Shenanigans. Right here again. We're starting up with episode 4. Today, I have a longtime old friend of mine, Megan Rupert. She lives up in York, Pennsylvania, still, where I'm originally from. From what I understand, she has a lot of retail experience and some stories that she would love to get out. So, Megan, we really enjoy having you on the show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. Getting as much of these knocked out as I can. Had a doing one every day. Today, you're actually my second interview today, which is awesome. I'm excited that many people are wanting to be a part of this and going through, and that I'm able to actually go ahead and do this and let people have a space to talk about their experience and things that they like, dislike, and just share some stories about retail.
Exactly. That seems like the best thing to do.
Most definitely. And I know there's a lot of people going crazy right now because of the global pandemic going on. And I just feel like it'd be nice to have an area for some people to talk and, just let off some steam and hopefully make some people laugh and chuckle.
Exactly, especially during this time when the essential workers who are essentially retail employees, along with, firefighters, EMTs, the whole nine,
Hmm.
we're on the front lines, or everybody in retail is at this point, and we're all at risk. So people need to start talking about their experiences and putting more positivity out there, more so than the negativity that I have seen with how retailers are treating their employees during this time. You would think they would have a little more compassion, and a lot of them don't. A lot of them aren't even providing their employees with what is needed during this time and expecting them to work. And that is very sad because so many people have families, and the minimum wage up here in Pennsylvania just it sucks. It really does.
Oh, most definitely.
And trying to have a family or even just being a single mom with kids working a minimum wage job, it's hard. And a lot of these employers don't, like, you could say, "Hey, my kid is extremely sick. I can't come in." And they go, "Well, it's either your job or your family." And you're left going, "Well, I'm obviously going to choose my family over a job."
Yeah, most
Because
definitely.
most of us can go out and get another job in the retail industry in a better business.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've found that with a lot of companies where they treat their employees as very replaceable. I mean, and that even extends, I feel, past retail. I feel a lot of companies just feel like their bottom line is replaceable, and you guys are just there to make them money. One thing I like about the company I'm working for, with everything going on right now, it's if you don't feel sick, or if you feel sick, you don't feel comfortable coming to work, don't come in. And we can't hold that against people. Granted,
Yeah,
there are those that have taken advantage of it, and it's oh, I just want a day or two off with no repercussions. But I'm not saying that's what everybody does. That's not at all what I'm saying. But
oh, of course.
it's definitely something that does happen. But I am grateful that I have the ability to allow my people to take a day off if they're not feeling well or if they're not all the
And
way up to snuff.
especially during a time like this. This is, let's see. I've been around going on 36 years, and I've survived a lot, obviously, but this is the first time I can ever remember in history of my being alive having a toilet paper shortage in a store.
Yeah,
That's
that's
I'm kind of
nuts.
wondering I'm kind of wondering now, is the new currency bottle caps or toilet paper? I need to know. So I need all you YouTubers, excuse me, all you YouTubers who are listening. I need to know. Megan needs to know. Is the current currency bottle caps or TP?
there was
Post below in the comments. I got to know.
there was a clip. My wife is obsessed with Supernatural, and there's a scene. I think if I, because again I don't watch it as much like she does, but I'm pretty sure there's a scene where Dean gets taken to the future by one of the angels, and one of the characters, Chuck, tells him, like, pulls him to the side because it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and Chuck pulls him aside and he's like, hoard toilet paper like it's made of gold because it is, and I'm like, wow, if that doesn't fit into today's climate.
Oh my gosh, so much, so much.
And again, heads up, if you do hear my little ones giving a little shout or two here or there, they're currently down for
Oh,
bed, and there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately.
first of all, they're little.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, single mom with kids. Yeah, know all about it.
All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started with our first question here in the series, if that's okay with you.
That's fine by me.
Okay. So my first question is, how long have you worked in retail?
In a total of, let's see. If I add it all up, it's probably at least 12 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yes. It's too long in my opinion. Because most of that was literally spent working at one of the worst corporations.
And what would
I
that be?
won't.
Oh, or do you, no, that's fine. If you don't want to.
I I I I'm pretty sure most people can figure it out because most people have worked there. That's where they start their jobs.
Okay.
It's just start the WM. This
Gotcha.
way, in case you don't get demonetized or anything or
Right.
sued, you know.
No,
You
I
know.
gotcha.
Haha. See, I think a little bit ahead. Play their game just as quick as they play them against us.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I've definitely had some people in the past tell me about their experiences working there, and honestly, I don't know. I don't feel like I can get. And who knows? I'm still too new to this. Where maybe they can be like, "Oh, well, you said something bad about this company. We're going to monetize you." I'm nowhere even near there yet. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now.
Hey,
Um,
and I completely understand that. It is just strictly on the grounds that in case, because I
right.
could see this, I can totally see this becoming a big thing, in my opinion, because how many people, again, are in retail on the front lines, and things need to be spoken about. We need to air our grievances. We can't obviously air them with the company because then they're like, oh, well, you got a problem? We can replace you.
Right.
So
Okay. So then that'll take me to my next question, which is, so you've worked for 12 years in retail. What was your very first retail job?
it's going to sound funny, but fashion bug.
Wow, that's dating
That's
yourself.
ancient. That's
Yeah.
ancient. Yeah, that's giving you my age, man. Man, I gotta grow younger. Where's that serum to get younger? But yeah, that was my first one was fashion bug.
Okay. And what did you do there? Were you just like a stalker or a cashier?
I did everything
Okay.
aside from being a manager because it was again that was my very first job, but I did everything. I dressed the mannequins, whatever that's actually called. I can't remember anymore. Um, I helped, people put together outfits. Like I was like a fashion person at the time, I guess, a fashion consult, that also did the retail end. So I don't know. It
No, I
was
understand.
definitely it was definitely for let's see, I think I was 15 at the time. 15, yeah, pretty sure. 15 at the time. For a first job, it was definitely a new experience.
Hmm. Very interesting. I've honestly, and again, we're only 4 episodes deep now, but that is
Yeah.
the first name drop of Fashion Bug, which again, not trying to make you feel bad, I promise, but
No,
it's
no, you're
definitely
not. You know what? It's actually very endearing. It makes me proud to know that, hey, I worked for a company that nobody's really talked of in forever.
yeah, I can't say growing up I ever shopped there or that my parents shopped there. Like I remember the name being thrown around a lot, and I remember seeing it, and I could be wrong, but I could remember seeing it in malls and whatnot. But
Oh
uh,
yeah, there was one in the West Manchester Mall, then there was one out in the East York where the Walmart Center is now, the Walmart Supercenter or whatever,
gotcha.
and Sam's Club.
Yeah.
There was only two in New York that I was aware of because I think I we went from store to store,
I
back and
gotcha.
forth. So,
No, I gotcha. We have down here. We have, like I said, I work for 7-Eleven currently, and we have people that if they're not getting enough hours at this store, that they can't get more, they'll go to this store. And there's 7-Elevens everywhere. I mean, it's like Turkey
oh
Hills and
yeah,
and
it's
Rudders and Sheets
yeah,
up in Pennsylvania. They're just
yeah.
everywhere on every
Except we
corner.
don't have a cool 7-Eleven in Pennsylvania. Hello, can we get a 7-Eleven here? I would really, really, really love a Slurpee. Like seriously, I don't, and we can't even go to Maryland now because they banned us from coming to Maryland because we drank all their liquor.
Right.
You
Well,
know, like I can't even go get a damn Slurpee at a 7-Eleven in Maryland. Not like I'd really have time because I'm an educator now and everything else on top of it, but
no, right. Where you taking care? Not only are you taking care of your kids, which you do on a daily basis anyway, but you got to be their teacher, their principal, their everything. It's
yeah, you have to be the whole 9 yards, which is I
it can be
so
daunting.
many so many people are complaining, and I can understand where they're coming from on that aspect because this is all new to all of us,
Hmm.
including teachers. So, however, I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it.
I gotcha.
It's it's a grand thing for me. It's like educating people and like pushing them to pursue their goals and what they want in life is something that I'm very passionate about and promoting and things of that nature. So, being the teacher now and everything, it's heartwarming. You see, at least for me, I have a lot more respect for teachers because obviously when I was in school I did have respect for some of my teachers, not all of them obviously,
Gotcha.
but I can totally see, why these teachers,
Hmm.
are so passionate when it comes to their children, to their teaching.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Wow, that's awesome. So moving on to the next part, what would you say out of all in your 12 years of experience, what would you say is your absolute best memory of working retail?
This is going to sound again hysterical. My favorite part of working retail was unloading trucks, taking boxes and tossing them on the rollers and pushing them. Heavy boxes. I've always been manual labor. I always like being on my feet and working hard and unloading trucks no matter how hot it was in there
Hmm.
because obviously there's no air conditioning. You
Wow.
know, you just you develop like a respect in a way.
No, that makes
Like
sense.
because when you unpack certain trucks, it's easy.
Yeah.
And then you get the trucks that are you're like, who was playing Jenga and lost?
Yeah.
Or Tetris, and they just totally screwed all this up.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
don't you love it when they stack the tiny things on the bottom and
Yeah.
then the big things up top, and it's all shrink wrapped, and you're like, if I open this,
Yeah.
it's going to be a tower of, oh my gosh, I'm going to die.
I can distinctly remember previous jobs where they would send everything in boxes, so you got your shipment in boxes. So it could have been like boxes, but it was inside other boxes. And it's crazy just how the shipment methods would be, where if that section of the order was done and they were still filling it, up they
Uh-huh.
threw one box inside a bigger box, taped it up, and shipped it and charged you for it.
Well, that seems about illogical because let's think about that. That just is wasting money.
Oh yeah.
It oh
Yep.
geez. Oh Lord, what else will they come up with?
Oh yeah.
Here, let me put a piece of paper in a box and ship it to you.
Yep. Most definitely. Spend more, waste more shipping it to you and on the supplies than the item that's actually in the box worth.
Exactly.
Okay, so then on the opposite side of that for my next question is what would be your absolute worst dreaded memory from working retail? Worst thing.
My worst memory, literally, my son. was I had requested off for his first birthday.
Okay.
And they knew it was his first birthday, and I had everything planned. I did this, several months in advance.
Hmm.
They denied me. And
Oh
I
my
told
God.
them, and I told them, I'm not coming in. I requested off. I will not miss my son's first birthday.
No, of course not.
I almost died having it. Well, I did technically die having him, but they brought me back, but that's not the point. But I wasn't going to miss his first birthday.
Jeez.
And they said, well, again, like with most employers, it's your family or your job. I said, well, you can take this job and shove it wherever because my family comes first.
Most definitely. And to me, and I don't mean to interrupt you to say this, and I do
Oh, no.
apologize, but that just sounds like terrible management. I mean, I've had people in the past tell me that, things along that nature.
And then
It's
on
just
top of that, and then on
ridiculousness.
and then on top of that, I was informed that I would never be able to work for that company anymore.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And Elder Bierman is the company. They ran Bonton.
Okay. Well, you see, they're
Now,
no longer there.
yeah, obviously.
No, and that's
I
the
mean,
to interject a point there. Companies like that are the ones that go by the wayside, unfortunately. I mean, yes, there are times when certain extenuating circumstances will happen where you might have a request in, or you wanted to do this, or it's your day off, and like a genuine emergency, like somebody needs your help. But I mean, at that point, where you just need to be like, look, it's obviously their kid's birthday. Let
mhm.
them the fuck alone. Let if you're the manager, then you fucking work it.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
I
when I
I
worked at
work all the
Walmart,
hours, so what's the point? I don't understand
and
what the
see,
big
that's what's
difference.
funny. I worked at Walmart in West York before it became the Super Center.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Now was that?
I was, this is early 2000s, okay, like 2004. Let's
Wow.
go
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Okay. Like 2 years after graduating high school.
So like when
Anywho,
it was still Britney, bitch.
pretty much. Um, I was in electronics.
Okay.
Okay, the rule was you cannot have one person in electronics because there needs to be at least two. One person to carry the keys to unlock the game cases
Okay.
and unlock the security devices, and one to pretty much ring people out.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
A lot of times I would be stuck there by myself.
Wow.
Okay. Alone. And I would have to run furniture, toys. At the time, they had the cloth section, the sewing section out there.
Okay.
I had to run that. I basically could manage the entire store on my own because they'd be sending me all over the place, taking me away from one of the biggest areas in the store where things get stolen.
Right.
And then they wanted to come down on me about it. And I'm like, excuse me? You want me to do 16 different jobs, okay? Because you're calling me here, you're paging me there, you're paging me to unload a truck when I'm the only one working.
Right.
If you want your stuff stolen, fine. That's on you, not me. But don't take it out on me at the end of the day. And they did.
That's
And that's the
ridiculous.
problem. Like, yes, their prices are super low. Congratulations. They treat their employees like they're nothing, like they're dirt.
Yeah, I've
And
heard
that
that a
is
lot.
horrible.
For a multi-billion-dollar company like that, that's not cool.
Exactly. No, it's not. And I don't understand how they can even still be in business at this point. When it was originally started, it had great intentions.
Hmm.
It really did. But now that other people have taken over, and
Right.
they are still family members, but I mean, let's see. That was back in 2004. We're in 2020, okay?
Yeah.
Every couple of years, I get a piece of paper, a letter in the mail stating that Walmart's in another lawsuit and I will be receiving a check. Now, come on.
Yeah,
This is
that's
absolutely ridiculous. You would think they'd be bankrupt by now.
yeah, but that's the crazy thing. I mean, even with all this craziness going on, Walmart's always busy. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, what year it is.
I
You know.
know. I know. I used to just go for random walks, even though I worked there. This was long after I had, been out of the company for a while.
Hmm.
You know, my boyfriend and I would at the time would go to Walmart and get lost for hours because we would just go in there and walk, talk, and do weird things, you know?
Yeah. Walmart shenanigans.
Yes, basically Walmart shenanigans because it was fun, you know?
Hmm.
But when you look at it, you are absolutely right. No matter what time of day, it is always busy. Oh, and it's even worse on Black Friday. I worked one Black Friday. I was like, never again.
Yeah,
Never again. Please take me out back and shoot me with a horse.
retail on Black Friday in general is just
Oh
terrible.
my gosh, it's hard. I thought it was bad then, and I've obviously had time to watch it evolve
Yeah.
into what it is now, and I just go, oh my God, I pity all those people. Not the customers, because if they want to fight and act ridiculous, let them. I feel so bad for these employees right now because they cannot control the chaos.
No, not at all. And it's just they get
And you
bodies
would,
in there and they just want people to stand there to try to
and you know what?
monitor.
And that's the thing. You would think a business, a company, anything would have on Black Fridays, especially, something implemented where it made more sense, where you could kind of maybe control the chaos to a degree. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because I think you guys need to be able to control those things. Because if you're getting pummeled for a new Xbox at this point, you know, if you're getting pummeled for a new Xbox and you're hurt, what good are you to your employer at that point?
Yep.
It's all a bunch of. It's like it feels like logic with retail industries and everything has fallen wayside almost. Like they forgot what the business practice really is. I went to business school, so that's why I'm really saying that because I'm like this after years of it, I'm like I need to go to business school and maybe figure some of this out. And
No,
I
I
realized that just all what a lot of it fell wayside, and
no, I totally understand what you're saying. Trust me.
that's why I would rather go to a mom and pop business than, you know, something like Walmart, who's really, really huge at this point.
Okay.
Because mom and pop companies, they, for crying out loud, they treat their employees like they're members of the family.
Yeah. I've heard that a lot. That's actually a perfect segue into my next question for you, which is so with you not working in retail right now, would you ever consider going back to retail?
Hell fucking no. They couldn't pay me enough. No, they
Okay.
literally couldn't pay me enough because, again, I could manage an entire store by myself. I tried for Walmart to become a manager, and every time I tried, they denied me because they knew I could be a manager. They knew I could run a store, but I was competition.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. There's so much dirt you can find on Walmart. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Trust me, I probably could send you some more people who worked at Walmart or even currently working there
Hmm.
for this podcast if you just want to do a whole entire segment about why you shouldn't shop at Walmart. Did I say that out loud? I mean, why you shouldn't work at Walmart.
I gotcha. And yeah, that'll definitely be a question and a topic for a different podcast down the road.
That would be
Um,
fucking awesome, man. Because
yeah,
I
no
really,
worries.
I totally fucking see this blowing up. Because what else do we really have to do? We need to talk to each other and be compassionate and understanding. And the more retail workers that come forward and have their voice heard, you know, people are going to go, oh, maybe we are doing this wrong. I mean, maybe I'm just wishful thinking in that aspect, but I'm hoping, you know, that maybe what you are doing will promote a huge change, positive.
Well, I appreciate that. We're gonna definitely strive for that, and we're definitely going to try to get this out to as many people that can hear it that will. And actually, that just leads into the pretty much the best way to wrap up the podcast is if you had anything you wanted to say to the people that are currently working in retail, any tips, any suggestions, anything you could say that would help them get through, or anything you just want to say to anybody who is currently working retail, even if you want to throw in, with them working now with the pandemic, anything at all you'd want to say, or things that you would want, excuse me, people that are currently working retail still, that you'd want them to hear.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. Like, thank you for everything that you are doing to keep us up and running during this insane time and just keeping us up and running as a populace in general. Because if you didn't stock the shelves, we wouldn't have food unless, because most people don't know how to hunt and fish
Right.
and they don't know how to take care of themselves. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but you, you get the idea.
No, most
But,
definitely.
you
We
know,
we live in a
thank
society
you
where
for,
we go to a store to buy our food.
yeah, thank you for putting up with ignorant bullshit that comes out of people's mouths, their anger, their negativity, their you know they're having a bad day so they take it out on you. Thank you for putting up with that. And I'm sorry that at the end of the day it's going to eat you up inside and you're going to want to cry. But if you need to talk, reach out, because there are too many cruel people in this world who don't understand, and they are not willing to understand
Preach.
that you guys are doing your absolute best. They cannot demand more of you because you cannot give it. You're already giving it your all. You're risking your lives. You have families of your own, and you're risking it every day by going out here and making sure that we are still able to wipe our asses, you know?
Most
Because every
definitely.
time you go to the store, at least up here in PA, we can't find fucking toilet paper or paper towels. So, I mean,
Yeah, it gets rough down here. Certain places you go to, you definitely it's hard to find things. I live about an hour away from where I work, so I'm kind of grateful that there's a Walmart up by where I work that I'm able to get to on my way home. That's relatively fully stocked, and that's pretty
yeah,
awesome. But down here, forget it. We buy our toilet paper in bulk from Sam's and Costco's, so we
yes.
make sure we had it. Like we weren't those people that were buying like three
Oh,
and four.
neither was I.
But
Neither was I
I made
because,
sure we had the stuff we needed.
I'm the mother who goes, okay, I'm gonna need this much for a month, this much for a month, and this much for a month. Got it.
Yep,
And I can
most
do it
definitely.
all in one swoop, do it as quickly as possible. And I've even gone as far as, because I don't feel like I need to put anyone else at risk, especially you frontliners right now.
Hmm.
You retail workers who I support 100%, you know, I don't want to I'm ordering online more
I
because
got you.
I don't want to take that chance of taking one of you guys and making you sick, and then the whole store has to close down and everything else. That would break my heart,
Oh
because
yeah.
that would put so many there's unemployment up here in PA. You can't even, nothing's working right.
Oh
I
no.
mean, I'm sure you've heard because you're native from here.
Oh
So
my
you
god,
have
yeah.
tons of friends here. And they're going, holy crap, unemployment's not working. This isn't working. That isn't working. And everything is so overbogged, and you guys that just keep going out there and you're doing it every day, and risking your lives. You guys are, honestly, aside from our soldiers, you know, you guys are our true American heroes right now.
Thank you.
You are our heroes.
We appreciate
Because if
that.
it,
I definitely wouldn't.
oh, and hold on, I
Oh,
have to
sorry.
put out truckers too.
Yeah.
Truckers, if it wasn't
Woo.
for the truckers, if it was not for our truckers, we wouldn't get our supply.
Most definitely.
Keep it, keep on trucking, y'all. Bring the convoys. Keep the convoys a coming if you can.
There's the
You
redneck
know,
coming out.
well, the little bit of, oh yeah, I guess you can take the girl out of the city, but not the redneck out of her, or the city. Yeah, it's just me.
Something like that.
You know me way too well. You know I am just who I am, regardless if anybody likes me or not. Most people love me and adore me because I'm pretty much a sweetheart. But obviously, like, don't get on that redhead's bad side. She will just. You might be a missing person.
All right. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap it up today. I definitely think we had a lot of good points, and I think it's definitely going to be very inspirational to those out here that are listening, that'll hear it, who work in retail, to know
I
that
hope
there are
so.
people that that they do care and do respect them. So,
And and seriously, any of the retail workers that are listening, you need to talk, you need to vent. You just want to bitch, moan, whine, and complain. Get the negativity off your chest. Reach out to Ray. He knows how to contact me. He'll tell you how to contact me. I'll sit and listen to it, and I will help you through it because you know what? I'm a veteran of it. That's how I'm going to look at it. I'm a veteran of retail experience, and I want to help as much as I can. And you guys definitely need someone to fight for you guys.
awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate having you on. To everybody out there who's still listening, we graciously thank you for coming in and listening to the podcast, listening
Yes,
to
thank
me
you
and
for listening to my insane voice.
yeah, allowing Megan and I to have some time here to talk to you. And for
Yes.
everybody out there, please make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments, and please join us back for episode 5 when it goes up. Megan, make sure have a great day.
You too. And to everybody on YouTube, stay safe and stay healthy.